guys, Nicole here with Mommy Tips by Cole. Thank you for tuning back into my channel. Today's video is going to be a recap of our full experience on our recent Disney World trip. I am suffering right now from Disney withdrawal, what I like to call Disney withdrawal, and I get this feeling, my entire family gets this feeling every time we go or have gone to Disney World in the past, and you come home and you're just like so sad because it is the happiest place on earth, and it's like that feeling when you're there is unlike any other feeling for any other type of trip you would ever take. And I think that's what makes us keep going back and back every time that we are able to go, because of that feeling and the memories that you make being there. And it's like my kids will still recall things, I don't know if it's either from memory or from watching our old vlogs, but they remember so much. So it was an experience that I will never ever forget. But I think any experience at Disney World or any Disney parks for that matter is an experience that you will never forget. But this particular trip was even more amazing because we had the opportunity to partner with Disney, who sent us to Disney World for 4 days and 3 nights to experience the full Disney VIP tours experience. And if you are not familiar with the Disney VIP tours, don't be ashamed, because I had no clue what it was at all. My husband actually knew of it, and he's seen the guides in the parks before. And if you're ever in the parks, whether it's Disney World or Disneyland, they're wearing plaid, so a plaid vest, plaid shirt, and like blue bottoms. So you'll see them once you know what like their attire is. You'll see them everywhere you go, and it is a exclusive service that is available if anybody ever wanted to take advantage of it. And I think the main thing with it is that you can knock out all 4 parks in one day if you wanted to with this service. You can do that because you have like premium access, exclusive access to all of the rides at your disposal. I mean, the guide knows everything and anything about the parks and Disney. They know all the shortcuts and all the tips and take you in the back entrance way. You avoid all the lines. I mean, you can knock out so many things in one day if you wanted to do it in one day, or if you wanted to do it over a 2-day period, you could do that too. So I'm gonna just put it out there already, the pricing, because I know a lot of you have been asking me, and I'm just gonna put it out there. I mean, this, me sharing this is not for me to sell this to you. This is for me to share my experience with you, or for those of you that are interested in trying this service, or even just curious about it, just letting you know what our experience was as a family of 6. It was our 4th time to Disney World as a family, however, the first time with our 4th child, and getting to experience this was like no other. Honestly, after having gone through this experience, I'm like, how do we go back to Disney World without a tour guide? Because it was that amazing. However, it is pricey. Honest opinion, it is pricey. It ranges depending on the season, you know, the time of year that you're going. The prices vary from $425 to $625 per hour, with a minimum of 7 hours. Now, you can have up to 10 people in your group, but if you have anything beyond that, then you would need a second tour guide. So that's already straight out there, the pricing range. I do have a link down below or on my blog where you can read all the details of it. There are different packages, which I won't talk about the packages because you can read all of that on the website, but I will talk about my experience and share clips. And if you want to see like our full vlogs, those are linked down below as well. But it's pretty cool because from the moment that we arrived at the airport, our tour guide picked us up. She had a sign, it was Disney VIP Tours, it said Yniguez family, and she had this big smile on her face. From the moment I saw her and her big smile on her face, I just knew it was gonna be a great experience with her. And her name was Jennifer. Hi Jennifer, if you're watching this. Like, my kids and us, we got super close to her, even though we were with her for only 3 of our 4 days. We spent a lot of time together. Like, you're really gonna get connected to your tour guide. It's not just like, you know, you're with a guide through a tour through some city for 2 hours. No, we were with her from the moment that she picked us up at the airport. She drove us to our hotel, which we stayed at the Disney's Beach Club, and it was beautiful. If you want a separate video about what we thought of it and all of that, or maybe my highlights of it, let me know. But all of that is in our vlog. But she took us there that first day. We had an event for dinner, and then we also went to see the Epcot dessert. We also went to attend the Epcot dessert party, which is a special VIP party. So the thing with the VIP tours is that they will create your itinerary for you based on whatever your preferences are. If you are the type of person or family that likes to sleep in and go out to the parks later in the day, you can do that. Like, you can say, okay, pick up time at noon or after lunch, and we'll stay with our tour guide through midnight, or whatever the case may be. But we chose to, you know, start our days super early and make the most of our days and take a break in between. However, if you do take a break in between parks, it's still considered part of your time with them because they do wait for you. But that first night, we had already set up the Epcot dessert party. So now the cost of having the tour guide is totally separate from the cost that you pay for your, you know, how you get there and your hotel or resort, and of course your ticket fees are separate. However, you're paying for the experience of having the tour guide, you know, kind of be at your disposal for, you know, getting the maximum of your trip. So they pick you up. You get special VIP access. Like for this dessert party, we were on a waterfront and watched the fireworks in Epcot right by the water, like just us. It was beautiful and breathtaking and amazing. And even when fast forwarding to another night when we watched the Magic Kingdom Happily Ever After fireworks, we had a special VIP area that was roped off specifically for VIP tour members to view the fireworks from there, which was just crazy because, you know, we've experienced being in that crazy crowd and trying to find a spot that the kids can see and that we can see. You know, everybody wants to enjoy it, but it was very like hassle-free, not having to worry about where are we gonna go sit or stand for the fireworks, or we don't have, you know, not having to go there like an hour to 2 ahead of time to get a spot. And yeah, that was like really a wonderful highlight of it all as well. Each day that you are with a tour guide, they pick you up, they bring you to the park or parks that you're going to. They have special parking access or special parking areas. In certain parks too, once you get out the car, they had other VIP tour guides there with a tray of snacks like candies, Skittles, chips, cookies, cold water to take at your disposal to have with you for the park. And then they park the car for them. Another thing about the car too is that since we do have a small baby, they had a car seat ready for us. It was great not having to worry about it. The first day we were in a shuttle, the rest of the days we were in a Suburban. So as a family of 6, we had plenty of space, you know, driving around in that vehicle. And the most amazing perk of it all is having the VIP tour guide on all of the rides, because fast passes are not needed when you have a tour guide. While you do enter through the fast pass line, you don't have to wait. Like, I think the longest we probably waited, even, you know, beyond going through the fast pass line all the way up to the front, maybe under 10 minutes for sure, tops, to wait to get on the next like ride that was loading. And the most like sought out ride in all of the parks is the Avatar Flight of Passage in Pandora World, and it was the best ride I've ever experienced. My kids got to go on it twice because they went in the beginning with me and then at the end with Daddy and our tour guide Jennifer. She even accompanied us on all of the rides and all of our dining. Like, she was there every step of the way, and she was awesome because she accompanied us on all of the rides, and it works out really great too if you have smaller kids, having that extra adult to go on with another kid if needed. But being that we had my youngest, like some of the rides my husband or I sat out with the baby. They can even stay with the baby too if you want, but you know, we were fine with swapping out because we had fun going on the rides with her, honestly. We didn't feel the need like, oh, you stay with the baby and we'll go, because we just felt that. And she was so sweet because she kind of became like another family member to our Team Yniguez. Like, she was even helping us push the stroller. You'll see in some of the clips, like Colby wanted to sit on her lap. She was holding her hand. My kids are all dancers, and apparently Jennifer danced for 15 years too, and the kids had a goal to teach her the floss, and right away she got it, and I got this really cute clip of them doing the floss. We even did a dance party in Magic Kingdom in Tomorrowland at nighttime. It was just amazing having her like every step of the way. Like, it made everything so much easier, and I kind of feel like she's a great buffer, like, because having her there, I feel like made us all avoid fighting more, if that makes any sense, because you know how that is when you're with your family 24/7. The kids are fighting, maybe the parents are fighting, and like, you know, everybody's hot or they're tired. And while they did have meltdowns, and she did see meltdowns because it's just real life, I feel like the meltdowns were to a minimum from what it could have been. I think because she was with us and because I was expecting my kids to be on as best behavior as they could be, considering, you know, the conditions of being hot and tired and walking everywhere, and you know how that can be with multiple children. But she was just great to talk to, even on a personal level as an adult. She was great interacting with my kids. Like, they even started calling her Tita Jennifer. If you're familiar, in Filipino, Tita means aunt, but as a form of respect, a lot of times we call family friends that are older, we have kids call them Tita, or I call like other older people in my family Tita, even though they're not necessarily an aunt. But they started calling her Tita. Like, Colby one time was looking for her. She went to get a drink, and she's like, "Where's Tita?" And I was like, "Oh, she went to get a drink." So it was just the cutest thing. You know, there's so many perks of it. I think mainly, you know, the things that I pointed out, being able to knock out as many things as you can in one day. Both days we went to 2 parks. The first day we did, the first like full day we did Animal Kingdom and Magic Kingdom, and she drove us, picked us up at the resort, drove us, went to Animal Kingdom, knocked out everything on our list. You can tell them. I mean, I told her, like, these are the rides that are priority, these are the ones that are like, TBD, we can live if we don't get to it. But everything that was on the top of our list, we got to. And maneuvering through the park is a task in itself, so it was great not having to worry about what direction did we need to go to the next thing, or like, okay, we're over here, let's knock out the safari because we're in this part of Animal Kingdom, and then we'll go over here and have lunch and make our way back here and do the Lion King Festival show. Another thing with shows, you get like VIP seating. With the show, they already knew we were coming. I guess they have their own way of communicating through their work phones. And they had seating already set up for us right in the front. My kids got even picked to be part of a certain part of the show along with other kids. And we had like a great view of the show. I mean, like any shows that you can see. So great seating for shows, great seating for fireworks, exclusive access to all the rides, even most of the characters too that you want to see, you can kind of like skip the line pretty much. That's what we called it. Skip the line to get right in the front there. Now, not all of them have fast pass accessibility, but the ones that do, they can get you to the front of the line too. So overall, it was a beyond amazing experience. While it's something that on our income level, like we can't personally afford as a family of 6, I think it would be great if we were going with a big group in our family. And we don't know, if you're limited to time and you want to get as much done as you can. And I think this is great if it's like your first timers and you're just kind of like, it's very overwhelming. Like planning a trip to Disney World itself is overwhelming, but like even being there, once you don't really know what to expect until you're there, because there are 4 main parks and they're all huge and they have their each own sections. And you know, a map helps, and the My Disney Experience app helps to know times where characters are, to know wait times, etc., to get fast passes. But you are limited to the fast passes if you're not with a tour guide. But you know, having a tour guide there, you know, helped in more ways than one. It helped us save a lot of time. It helped us knock out the things that were priority to us. And it also gave us amazing memories with the tour guide. Like having experienced it with her, you know, there, like she's part of our, you know, memories forever. Like experiencing all of those things, we wouldn't have been able to experience all of those things in the limited amount of time that we had if we weren't with her, because the lines itself could be anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 hours and 30 minutes, depending on what ride you go on. So we were able to knock so many things off of our list. Being that we've been there 3 times before with our kids, we already knew what we wanted to see. So I think that also helps too. When you do have a tour guide, is letting them know when they do set up your itinerary what your, you know, must-sees are at the top of your list, and must-see shows, restaurants, etc. Because with their help, it made everything so much easier and smoother and less stressful and more memorable. So overall, we had the best experience with our tour guide, Jennifer, and all of the tour guides that we've met throughout the trip. They were all so nice, and seeing the other influencers interact with their tour guides, you could tell too that they had a bond with them as well. So I think that's pretty much it. I mean, most of it you can see in my vlogs. You already see like the bond that we had with her. But I did want to come on here and just kind of talk about it a bit and just let you know of the pricing and where you can find more information. So I will leave it linked down below. If you do have specific questions, let me know. You also keep in mind they can be as involved in your trip as you want them to be, and you can customize your trip the way that you want. Everything is, you know, up to you on how you want to spend your time wisely with the hours that you're with your tour guide. So with that being said, thank you so much to Disney. Thank you so much to Disney VIP Tours, to our tour guide Jennifer, and to all of you for tuning in to our experience. I hope you guys enjoy the vlogs, and we'll see you next time. Bye.